everybody. Hi, it's Becky from PowerToolsWithThread.com. That's my blog. I thought we'd talk about panels for a minute. I had a viewer email me, and her name was Jeannie, and the title of the email was Panels. And she said, on your video of the 11th of June 2022, you suggested anyone wanting to learn to do quilting to start with panels. Since I know nothing about quilting, you recommended going to the pattern site Villa Rosa Designs. I'm interested in the Giving Thanks panel. Could you explain to me what comes with a panel and things that I may need to buy along with the panel? And does it come with instructions? And does it come with anything else? Those are great questions. And I really want to thank you for reaching out to me about that, because if you're thinking about it, then I'm sure a lot of other people are too. Now, I am not the be-all to end-all about quilting, okay? I've been quilting about 11, 12 years, and I know enough to be dangerous. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts on panels. And I know a lot of people that watch my channel actually work in quilt stores, and you are in the business. And so if you have anything else to chime in besides what I say, or if I'm wrong, let me know kindly, please, and put it in the comments below. So what is a panel? Panels come in all shapes and sizes, and there are any number of different kinds of panels. And generally a panel is something that is an image all unto itself and requires little to no piecing, traditional quilt block piecing. For instance, so this is a panel. This is by Henry Glass Fabrics. Henry Glass is a fabric manufacturer, and this one, Noma the Brave. If you go to Henry Glass's website, you will see a pattern for this. So she asked if they come with instructions. That totally depends on the panel. You might find a panel that makes into those little fabric books for toddlers, and those come with instructions. I've got one here that is a Lori Holt. This is a panel. It's actually made out of twill. This panel right here is from Lori Holt, and it is full of dish towels. This is made on a heavier twill, and it's designed to be used for dish towels. And it does have instructions on it. It also has these days of the week pieces on them, and it says you can stitch them on there if you want. This says how to make your dish towels. It does come with instructions on it right there. A lot of panels will have instructions on the manufacturer's website. So if you go out to Henry Glass Fabrics for this particular panel, just in their search box, type Noma the Brave, and there is a suggestion on what to do with the panel and to make borders and whatnot and pieced blocks to make it even bigger. And they give you a free pattern to be able to make the quilt for this. So if you are industrious and you've got other panels that you also want to make, you can just look at that pattern and kind of apply the other panel that you might have in your stash to how you would work with that. I showed a panel that I got at Calico Station in Orange Park, Florida during our trip. And it was, I think it was Hello Fall. Is that what it was called? Yeah, Hello Fall by Jessica Flicks for Benartex. Okay, and this is the panel right here. And it's got all these little squares of different framed sayings and animals and whatnot. It's very pretty. And then the viewer asked, does anything come with them? This was done up on the wall in the store, and I wanted to make it exactly like the one, or something close to that, the one in the store. And they had the pattern for this. Where is it? I've got a ton of stuff sitting here, you guys. I bought some coordinating fabrics to go with it for a border. I think I'm going to border it with this deep turquoise and a binding. And when I was originally showing this panel, here's the pattern. It's called Fall is Calling from Hello Fall. This pattern is free from the fabric manufacturer's website. So you can just go out there and go get it. And I had mentioned that I wanted to make these side borders on here. It's got kind of a keyboard border around the top and the bottom and both sides, but I didn't have a jelly roll. And one of you geniuses said, well, you might go look and see if you can find a charm pack, which is a 5 by 5 inch package of squares. So I did that, and it came in. And I spent this morning putting together my keyboard borders. So I've got those ready to go. So now it's just a matter of getting the inner border put on, that little brown part, the inner border, and then attaching, I don't know if I have a tan for out here. I'll have to work on that, and then putting on my keyboard borders with the cornerstones there in the corners. So corner blocks, and those are just 5-inch squares. Very, very simple to do. Complete straight line stitching, no bias cuts, so no stretches there that are unsuspecting. As far as patterns for panels, they're just about everywhere. As I said before, you can find them on the fabric manufacturer's websites. I also have a book right here called Panels Made Easy, and it gives you lots and lots of different ideas of block sizes where you can build those out to make different quilting blocks and then put them all together in a quilt. Or you can certainly use Villa Rosa designs, and I keep my Villa Rosa designs patterns in a big photo album. I picked these, the photo album and all the pages up at Hobby Lobby. It's part of their Paper Studio line. I'll link to the pages and all this below. But I have my panels right back here, and then I can just flip through my book and I can see the picture on the front, and I've got the directions on the back, and it'll let me know based on the size of panel that I have whether this panel pattern will work or not. Let me get up close so you can see. For instance, this pattern right here uses a whole, like a width of fabric for the center panel. And then this one down here, Liberty Bell uses individual pictures of a panel that have been cut up and then bordered. So there's all different kinds of panel patterns you can use. This one right here is for a horizontal panel. You can go on the Villa Rosa Designs app and go to Rose Cards. You can download this at the App Store for iPhones or Google Play. I like to go to filter and clear my filters. Then because who knows what I was looking for last time. Then I'm going to go to filter, and I can come right down here to panel right there and hit filter. And there are all of the patterns made by Villa Rosa Designs that use a panel. Isn't that cool? Now, panels can be a whole cloth quilt. So here is a panel by Moda, and this is called, this is out of their Gradients holiday line, and it is a whole cloth quilt. I don't know if you can see from the glare there, and it doesn't require any piecing at all. You can just take this bad boy, throw it on the long arm, and quilt it. Let me hold it up so you can see it. Okay, so it's beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? That's a beautiful panel quilt. Doesn't require anything at all except a backing, and I can put it on the long arm. I can add borders, I'm not going to. So because you don't have to, it's designed not to need that. There are also panels, I've got one here. I'll show you. I bought this for my grandson. I think I got this at Reb's Fab Stash. There are coordinating fabrics that come with this panel. The panel is, and juvenile, you find a lot of panels for juvenile things. And they're usually so cute because they've got the cutest little pictures on them, you know. But this panel right here makes stuffed animals, okay? And the instructions are on it. All right? Not really a quilt, but if you wanted to make a quilt to go with it, it comes with coordinating fabrics. So you could certainly do that and create a pieced quilt to go along with a shark pillow or whatever you want to do. There are panels that come in that would make nice bags. I was going to make a tote bag for my daughter-in-law. My son's a pastor, and so she's very active in the church. And I thought that this panel right here, it's got lots of different pieces to it, and you can turn this into a nice tote bag. You could also make mug rugs from it. You could do a little wall hanging, or, you know, a whole coordinating set. And it had coordinating fabrics that went with it. I picked this up at a quilt shop in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, when we were on our trip in 2021, when we took our motorhome trip up to Idaho and back in 2021. So we came down through Oklahoma, and that's where I picked that up. You will have panels that are designed to be put into other quilts. So this is the Hey Y'all Quilt Kit. And you guys have seen me talk about this in my last couple videos. I want to show you. So the kit itself comes with all of the fabrics that go into the quilt, okay? But the main star of the show is the center panel that makes up the center of the quilt. So this is a panel. On this half of the fabric, it has got the Hey Y'all in Texas. And on the back half of the panel, or the other half of it, it has Made in Texas and a cactus. Okay, and I'm going to take these two pieces. They're meant to go into your backing and into your pieced backing. So that's very cool. I like that. Then again, it came with all of the fabrics to go ahead and put the quilt together. As I mentioned, juvenile fabrics, there's a lot of juvenile fabrics that have panels. And this one is very cool. I can't remember where I got this. I imagine I ordered it online. This is a twill, and this is a panel, and it is designed to be a whole cloth quilt. So look at this. And whole cloth means no piecing, no borders, no nothing. You just put it on your machine and quilt it. Okay? So here, I did have some coordinating fabrics with it. I picked some up. It's a Hot Wheels racetrack. See this? So this is a sanctioned, honest to goodness Hot Wheels product, that licensed fabric. And you can just, it's heavy enough you could throw it on the floor and drive race cars all over it, which is very cool when you are 4. And then I also picked up coordinating fabric. I got this at the quilt shop in Bandera, Texas. I remember now, a couple years ago. I need to get with the program because my grandson is 5. And he's gonna outgrow the race cars here before too long. And what else? There are also panels that are designed to be cut up and put into quilts, kind of like the big center one I had for the Hey Y'all. So here's a panel that is full of pretty pictures with beautiful words, faith, hope, joy, that kind of thing. This is a fabric design from Doug Lako, and the pattern that goes with this, you don't have to use their pattern, but it comes with it. What did I do with it? I had it right here. I did buy coordinating fabrics to go with this panel. It's called Warm Winter Wishes, And here's the quilt right here, and you can see in the white boxes there, that's where those pretty words go. And then so you create little pieced blocks by adding to those individual little word boxes. Riley Blake is another fabric manufacturer, and they have the most adorable little lunchbox kit that is out there that uses a panel. I've showed you guys this before. It is called Red, White, and Bang Lunchbox, and they have got these in on the Creative Notions website. So I just was out there and I saw it and I said, oh good, she got more. So Vicki over at creativenotiousquiltshop.com got these, and here is the panel. It is just precious. I'm going to make it up. Isn't that cute? Look at that swimsuit hanging in the window of that truck. Watermelon, flowers, croquet mallet, picnic baskets, and fireworks and a flag. Very, very cute. It comes with a package of 5-inch squares of the Red, White, and Bang fabric line, all different pieces. And then you've got some fabric in here for borders and a binding. And you also have the pattern that comes from Riley Blake printed out to tell you how to make it. Very simple. It's straight lines adding borders to that panel. Very cool. So I hope that answers your questions. I think that's about it. I just wanted to jump on here and talk to you about these. And if you are a new quilter, I encourage you to grab a panel, find one you like, and you don't have to add borders to them most of the time. This one right here, this Gnome of the Brave, the little flag he's holding sticks out into this outside edge, this outside border right here. The only thing I would caution you when you are a beginner, and this is something that might not be intuitive to you, is take into account your 1/4 inch seam allowance. Let me zoom in and show you what I'm talking about. So right here, you would want to cut this, because there's the dotted lines between the panels as it comes off the bolt. Now you can kind of see the dotted lines right there. That tells the lady at the quilt store where to cut. You would want to trim this at least 1/4 inch away from the edge of the blue. So you would use your ruler and just run it up the side 1/4 inch away and do that. And then if you are going to sew on a border, you would want to sew the border on with the border down toward the base of the sewing machine and the panel on the top. And then that way you can see through it and you can stitch right on that edge of blue right there, and you're going to be able, you won't see any white sticking out in your seams. So that's just a little tip there to make your life easier if you are going to be sewing on a panel. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you've gotten a little inspiration to grab a panel. I know those of you with stashes, you've got one in there somewhere. Go get it out, go sew it up, and get it ready for a Christmas gift or a birthday present or something like that, so that you have got that out of the way and you will not have to worry about it when the time comes. So, all right, you guys, we will talk to you soon. Go sew something. Bye.